Have you ever had a teacher with literally no common sense? My English teacher, Mrs. Davis, called 911 because a student was speaking Spanish in her classroom. This happened during my junior year at Roosevelt High School. We were doing group presentations on different cultures around the world. Maria Santos was presenting about her family's immigration from Mexico. She showed pictures of her grandmother and started telling a story about her childhood. Halfway through, Maria got emotional and switched to Spanish while talking about her abuela. It was actually really beautiful. She was sharing this personal family memory. Mrs. Davis stood up and interrupted her. "Excuse me, this is America. We speak English here." Maria looked confused. "I'm sorry, Mrs. Davis. I was just no Spanish in my classroom. Ever. It's disrespectful to the other students." The whole class went silent. We all knew Maria was fluent in both languages. She'd been in our school since kindergarten. "But Mrs. Davis, I was just sharing a memory about my grandmother. I don't care. English only. That's the rule." Maria tried to continue her presentation in English, but she was clearly upset. Mrs. Davis kept interrupting her every few sentences. "Slower. Enunciate. This is why we have English only policies." After class, Maria went to talk to Mrs. Davis privately. I was packing my backpack when I heard Mrs. Davis raise her voice. "If you can't follow simple classroom rules, maybe you need ESL classes." Maria had been in honors English for 3 years. "Mrs. Davis, Spanish is my first language. Sometimes I think in Spanish. That's the problem. You need to think in English if you want to succeed here." The next day, things got worse. Mrs. Davis made an announcement to the class. "From now on, any student caught speaking a foreign language will be sent to the principal." She looked directly at Maria when she said it. But Maria wasn't the only bilingual student in our class. Carlos spoke Portuguese with his Brazilian family. Jenny was fluent in Korean. Alex's parents were from Russia. During lunch, I heard Mrs. Davis in the teacher's lounge. "These kids need to assimilate. Speaking foreign languages is just an excuse to be lazy with English." That afternoon, Maria's mom came to pick her up early. They were speaking Spanish in the hallway when Mrs. Davis saw them. "Excuse me," Mrs. Davis said to Maria's mom. "English only on school property." Maria's mom looked shocked. She spoke perfect English but was more comfortable in Spanish. "I'm sorry, what?" she asked in English. "School policy. English only. Your daughter knows this." Maria started crying. "Mom, let's just go." But Mrs. Davis wasn't done. She followed them to the main office and demanded to speak to the principal. "I need to report a violation of our English only policy." The principal, Mr. Rodriguez, looked confused. "Mrs. Davis, we don't have an English only policy." "Well, we should. These people are speaking Spanish right here in the school. Mr. Rodriguez is Mexican American. He speaks Spanish fluently." "Mrs. Davis, there's nothing wrong with speaking Spanish. It's disruptive and inappropriate. I'm calling the police." Before anyone could stop her, Mrs. Davis pulled out her phone and dialed 911. "Yes, I need officers at Roosevelt High School. We have a disturbance." The dispatcher asked what kind of disturbance. "People speaking foreign languages aggressively in front of children." "Ma'am, that's not a police matter. It's a safety issue. They could be planning something." Mr. Rodriguez immediately suspended Mrs. Davis pending investigation, but she'd already made the 911 call. 2 police officers showed up 20 minutes later. They were both Hispanic and started laughing when they heard what happened. "Let me get this straight," Officer Martinez said. "You called us because people were speaking Spanish?" Mrs. Davis doubled down. "It's a security threat. You never know what they're planning." "Ma'am, I'm speaking Spanish right now with my partner. Are we a security threat?" The story made the local news that night. Teacher calls 911 over Spanish conversation. Mrs. Davis was fired the next week. She tried to claim she was protecting American values. The school board wasn't having it. Maria's family sued the district and won $50,000. Mrs. Davis now works at a private school where she can enforce whatever crazy rules she wants. But here's the kicker. Last month, Mrs. Davis was arrested for calling 911 on her neighbors. Apparently, they were speaking Italian too loudly in their own backyard. Some people never learn.